Hi guys, today's video I want to talk to you guys about my nails. A couple of you guys noticed on my nail polish rack video that my nails were looking a little longer, and yes they are. I've been letting them grow now, I think since the end of January or beginning of February, one of the two. Normally I like to rock shorter nails. I just prefer them, and I prefer like I can wear pretty much any color on the face of this earth with shorter nails, and very few times have I actually let them grow, let alone this long. This is pretty long for me. Hopefully you guys can see the length right there. This is very long. So number one reason why I've never really let them grow is because I prefer shorter nails. Number two, I normally get a break in between. Like once they get to a certain point, they would normally just break on me, and that just prompts me to cut them down. I don't like having different sized nails. I like them to look as even as possible. Like if one breaks, they're all going to be cut down. I don't like wearing like having a long nail and then short nail. I just don't like the way that looks. But what I've actually been doing is if I get a little chip somewhere, I just file that area down, and although it's gonna look a little bit different than the other ones, unless it's like broken to like down here, then I would definitely cut it down. But if it's like the little tip right here, I'll just file that area down and continue the growth. But this month I've added a few extra steps, and I've been doing them a lot more frequently. So what I've been doing after removing my nail polish when I'm ready for the next nail polish is I remove the nail polish, and this may not have anything to do with the nail growth, but I'm going to share it with you guys anyways because I'm doing this every time that I'm ready for the next nail polish application. The first thing that I do is remove my nail polish. Then I make a little paste with baking soda. If I have lemon or lime on hand, I'll go ahead and mix it into the baking soda to create a little paste similar to this right here, where it's a little bit on the thicker side. I like it a little bit thicker because I like to lay it not only inside, like underneath my nail, but over top of my nail. So it kind of creates a little pile. I just kind of pile it on top of my nails, and I let that sit for quite a few minutes. At least 2 minutes is what I do, but if I can do a few minutes more than that, then I go ahead and let them sit. This I do because I have a lot of staining. My nails are very yellow because I never let my nails breathe, and because I paint my nails every couple of days. And that has caused a lot of staining on my nails. So because I've been wanting to kind of de-stain them, I've been doing this little method right here, and I've noticed every time that I do it, it kind of it widens them by half a shade every single time that I do that. After I let it sit and let the baking soda sit and kind of harden, I go in with my little manicure brush, which I forgot at my sink. And then underneath, I don't put them under running water. I put the brush under running water and then just start scrubbing my nails underneath and over top. And I go in different directions to clean them really well. At that time, I go ahead and clean underneath my nails as well, just to make sure that, you know, there's nothing sitting. My nails underneath, they get very dirty because I'm home and I do cleaning, cooking, you know, peel cuties and stuff like that. And stuff like that, like food and stuff, can really stain your nails as well. So I just make sure to clean underneath, not only scrub them, but clean them underneath. I make sure I'm pushing my cuticles back. I've mentioned before, I've been trying not to cut my cuticles. I've been nibbling a lot on the sides, I'm not gonna lie. But as far as cutting my cuticle area right here, I've been letting that grow. After I do the baking soda method, I go in with a nail file, and I'm not trying to file the length down. I'm just trying to kind of shape them because my nails grow differently. Like this one right here grows squared. This one right here grows squared, and then these two right here, I don't know if you can see, they grow into more pointy. They tend to curve a little bit more as they grow longer. They're curving, so it kind of creates almost like a stiletto nail. So I go in with a nail file just to kind of shape them again. Not so much to take length off, but just to reshape them and just kind of freshen them up a little bit. And then after I do the nail filing, I go in with some cuticle oil. Right now I'm using the Orally Argan Oil Cuticle Drops. I'm using this one because it's in my makeup use up or product use up for the year. So I've been using solely this one right here, but you can use any cuticle oil that you have. Sometimes when I'm in the kitchen and I don't have this on hand, I'll drop some olive oil onto my fingers and then just start rubbing them in. no lie. But the only difference this time around is I'm taking about at least 10 minutes to massage the oil into my nails, my cuticles, and my nail bed, because I have nothing on my nails at that point. Usually I would put on the cuticle and massage for a couple of minutes, you know, all of my fingers. But this time I take at least 10 minutes. And I know that seems high maintenance, but I want to make sure that the oil is completely absorbed to my cuticle area and to my nail bed. And that is what I think has made the biggest difference. So after I do that, I don't put anything else on my nails for the next 1 to 2 days. I will let my nails breathe now at least once a week for 1 to 2 days. I think that's one of the biggest differences as well. Usually after removing a nail polish, I would move on to the next nail polish. This time around, I'm letting my nails breathe for 1 to 2 days, like I said. And I think that has a lot to do with it, with just keeping my nails healthy, if that makes sense. Now, within those days where my nails are completely bare, I will apply cuticle oil as often as I can remember. Sometimes it's 3 times a day. Sometimes if I do it an extra 1 or 2 times, that's perfectly fine. If I have the time for it, I will make sure. I just try to make sure that my cuticles and my nails are not dry. The challenge within those couple of days for me is because there's no additional layers, my nails are a little bit more fragile. Although my nails are pretty strong, putting on nail polish, especially like layers like the base and then a couple of coats, 2 to 3 coats of your nail polish, adds support to the nail. So when my nails are bare, that support is not there. So I'm just a little bit extra aware and a little bit extra cautious in just being careful on how I'm like hitting things or reaching for things and stuff like that. I know that seems like a lot, like we forget, you know what I mean? So I try to remember as often as possible just to be very mindful, because once your nails get to a length where you're not used to it, when you're reaching, like I've hit my kids, like they're like, ow, you scratched me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just not aware of the length just yet. I'm just now starting to get used to it. I'm just very mindful of it, and I try to be extra careful. And then after the couple of days of me not wearing nail polish, usually I go in with a nail strengthener. Now I've been alternating, so this time around I have a nail strengthener on. The next time that I paint my nails, I'll probably just use a regular base coat and then continue to alternate from there on. So one time nail strengthener, next time base coat, next time nail strengthener, if you get my drift. Right now I'm using the Dry and Brittle from OPI. This is their Nail Envy. I prefer the one that has the green writing, and then the actual polish itself, or the nail strengthener itself, has a little bit of a foggy look. But this has been working really well for me because it says it's for dry and brittle nails. Now, although my nails are not brittle, they do get a little bit dry because I wash dishes so much, and I don't wear gloves, to be quite honest with you. I need to kind of do that because I forget. What was I saying? Anyways, my kid walked in. So I don't always wear gloves. So my nails do get a little bit more on the dry side. But a nail strengthener, I feel that makes a huge difference, especially if your nails are super weak. Like mine, if I have no nail polish on, I can bend them a little bit. That's how soft they are. And I will wear a nail strengthener. I want to also recommend the Nailtiques formulas. I'll go ahead and link them down below. You can find them I found them at Sally's, some other like nail supply stores, if you can find any in your area. For the most part, they will most likely have them there. Planet Beauty, they have it as well. So a lot of nail supply stores carry nail strengtheners. I like the Nailtiques Formula 1 or 2, or the Nail Envy, the one with the green writing and the foggy look to it. So having this right now, because this one's for dry and brittle nails, I think this has helped my nails a whole lot. And either way, anyways, I'll go in with a base coat, either the Nail Envy or another nail base coat, and then proceed to put on my nail polish. One thing that I do want to mention quickly that I've noticed, and I don't know if you guys have let your nails grow before, let me know if you've experienced the same thing, but I noticed that my nail beds, when they were getting a little bit longer, they got a little bit sore. Like if I was to press this way or this way, my nails it just, I don't know, I felt like you know when you do your acrylics for the first time and you haven't done them in a really long time, and then you and then you do them and your nail bed feels sore. That's how my nails felt, and I don't know if it's because, actually I really don't know why. So let me know if you guys have let your nails grow, if you guys have experienced the same thing. If I can, sometimes instead of putting 2 coats of the nail polish, I will add on an additional coat just for extra support, because the thicker the base that's sitting on top of your nails, the more support my nail is going to have. I think that's everything. I've mentioned the baking soda, I've mentioned the cuticle oil, and I've mentioned the nail strengthener. Oh, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. If I do forget anything, I'll make sure to write the information down below, but for the most part, I think that's it. I hope that you guys found this video super helpful. If for some reason you guys were interested in growing out your nails, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video super helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.